stand for the land acknowledgement and the singing of O Canada.
Simcoe County District School Board acknowledges that we are situated on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe people. We acknowledge the enduring presence of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people on this land and are committed to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation and respect.
Good morning, Hyde Park Seekers. Today is Friday, October the 2nd, 2020, and welcome to the first episode of this year's Hyde Park News.
Wow, it has been a bit of a ride coming back to school, but I, for one, am glad I came back. What about you two?
It's sort of weird wearing masks all day and playing with the same kids all the time, but yeah, I've gotten used to it with all these new ways of doing things. I feel really safe.
But for those who did choose online learning, hey!
We get it, and we miss you, but we want you to know that though you're working from home, you're still a Seeker through and through.
Yep, it's true. Seeker pride forever.
Well, we definitely have a few things to share this week, so let's begin.
First up, we have a message from our Vice Principal, Ms. Butler.
Welcome back, Seekers. It is so wonderful to be able to see and talk to everyone in person again, but at a distance, of course. In order to keep us safe at school, please remember to take the COVID screening every morning before coming to school. If you have any symptoms, stay home and follow the instructions from our health unit. I've been so impressed with how well everyone has learned to follow our new protocols by wearing masks, staying 2 meters away from each other, and washing and sanitizing your hands many times throughout the day. I want to thank all of our teachers, educational assistants, and of course our office staff, Mrs. Whitley, Mrs. Morgan, and Ms. Walker, for the hours and hours of work they have put in to prepare for our safe return to school. A supply teacher told me yesterday that she loves coming to our school because of how friendly our staff and students are and how well organized our school is. That made me feel very proud. I hope you are settling into your classes now, and if you had to change classes this week, I hope that you are being brave and making new friends. Speaking of being new to a class, imagine how it must feel to be new to our school this year. I really hope if you have a new student in your class that you make them feel included by hanging out with them at recess, telling them about the great people and activities at Hyde Park, and showing them what it means to be a Seeker. Seekers, I hope you have come to school to work hard today. Remember, we care about you, and we expect you to be kind to each other.
There's been a lot of going on this week between classroom changes and the Terry Fox run, Orange Shirt Day, and our first Spirit Day cheering on the Blue Jays.
Wednesday was the school's 2020 Terry Fox run, which was done a little differently this year.
That's right. Instead of going out as an entire class, each class has helped to raise money for cancer research. By continuing the run Terry started 40 years ago.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down as you do. And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down as you do.
Donations can still be paid on School Cash online, and until October 5th, if we reach the goal of 1,500, Miss Ridley and Miss Butler will be dressed up in a costume, not of their choice, for a day.
Oh, I really want to see that.
Maybe they'll be dressed up as punk rock stars, hippies, or even characters from a book.
Speaking of books, Miss Wagner is here to feature some books you may want to take out of the library at some point this year. Miss Wagner?
I want to tell you about a couple of books that we have in the library. I'm going to do this every week so that you get to know what some of the books are. The first book is a YA book. It's called Bloom, and it's new out. It's the first in a trilogy, and it's by Kenneth Opel. It is a bit of a sci-fi horror. I don't read those books, but this one was such a page turner. So it's about 3 kids. They all sort of have bad allergies and weird things about them. And one day there was a rain over all the earth and these horrible plants started growing. They're really fast growing plants. And these 3 kids, Anya, Petra, and Seth, they actually are gonna help save the earth. This has a surprise at the end. I don't want to give it away, but Bloom is one that I'd highly recommend if you like books that keep you engaged the whole time. The next book I want to talk to you about, it's called Sweep, the story of a girl and her monster. And this takes place in London. I just also want to show you that it is on the Sora app as well. And there it is there. And there's also a audiobook. It's about a girl and she's an amazing chimney sweep. Usually it's boys who are chimney sweeps. Unfortunately, she's a bit of a slave, so she's owned by someone who makes her do this. But she gets out of trouble lots of times on her death-defying job. But at one time she thinks she's gonna lose her life because she gets caught in a chimney fire. But when she wakes up and comes to, she finds herself in an abandoned attic. And in the corner, she knows she's not alone. In the corner, there's a golem that's made up of ash and soot. And these two become friends. Now, this is by Jonathan Auxier. The kids love this author. And once you read one of his books, you devour anything he has written. And every time you read one of his books, he gets better and better. The last book I'm going to talk to you about is I'm Worried. Look at this potato. He's super worried about the future. But his friends try and help him see that worrying does nothing to help. Enjoying the now is way better than worrying about the future. I'm Worried is a book that you can take out of our library.
Bloom sounds good. I might want to get that one delivered to my classroom today so I can read it over the weekend.
Woo! I got the feeling that today is a special day, and we need to celebrate. Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate. Celebration. Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate. You gotta turn it up. Yo, that's so great. Let's not wait, let's celebrate. Undulate, move your vertebrae. Party activate, be a good time advocate. Move your body as we celebrate. And animate, congregate, culminate, demonstrate. Dance on down to the bear and straight. But there's one thing left to extrapolate. So come on, party people, let me hear you say, come on. What are we celebrating? Shout it out loud. What are we celebrating? Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate. Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate.
Your birthdays for today and the weekend are Osnar, Chloe N, Sky W, Dylan T, Karis W, Seren W, Michael K, Nova S, Thomas D, and Elizabeth S.
Happy birthday to all of you! Yay! Well, that just about wraps up this week's show.
Yeah, I could get used to doing this.
Whoa, 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 Gabby, don't get too comfy in that seat. Things are going to be a little different on the Hyde Park News this year. And next week, we'll tell our audience how they can apply to be a guest host on the Hyde Park News. Until then,
Go check out the fall colors this weekend, and we'll see you next Friday. Goodbye!
Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate. Now it's time to celebrate, to celebrate. Don't premeditate or procrastinate. Let's appreciate, let's celebrate. Undulate, move your vertebrae.